going to be a busy Labor Day for Democrats courting union voters in battleground states. Vice President Harris will join President Biden in Pittsburgh, their first joint campaign event since he stepped aside and she became the nominee. Former President Donald Trump returns to Pennsylvania on Wednesday, and we are joined now by CBS News contributor Joel Payne, Chief Communications Officer for the progressive group MoveOn here in New York. Good to see you, sir.
Hey, Ed. Good to be with you.
So this is an event that the president has gone to several times, this event in Pittsburgh. How important is it for him to bring her along? And more broadly, given that she's making Labor Day stops with labor unions in Michigan and in Pennsylvania, how key does the labor union vote remain for Democrats?
Very important for Democrats. It's a key part of the Biden 2020 coalition that Harris is looking to replicate this time around. Pennsylvania is one of those places, particularly Western Pennsylvania, where Biden still helps Harris a lot. I know that some Democrats have a lot of questions about other places on the map where Biden might present baggage. I think it's clear that the campaign believes that he presents help in that part of the country. And I think we'll see more of President Biden in places like that around the upper Midwest.
There was some polling over the weekend suggesting that she didn't get much of a bounce out of the convention either, nor did Trump after his, and it effectively remains a tied contest. But he continues to lead on key issues like the economy, inflation, border security. What does she need to be doing, especially maybe this week as people start paying more attention, to get ahead on those issues?
Yeah, I think Democrats feel very good about where Kamala Harris is. I mean, that poll that you're referring to, she's +6, that's 52%. Barack Obama had 53% in 2008. She can win at that number. It's very clear that Harris was ascendant through the end of the summer. I think what she needs to do is to continue to expand her pool of available voters. The anti-Trump coalition is the largest coalition in American politics, and I think Kamala Harris has done the work necessary to make herself available to those voters. I think she'll continue to do that.
And we got a debate next week. Obviously, they matter because if not, President Biden would still be in the race, perhaps. But how critical could that be for her and for him?
Critical opportunity for her to continue to introduce herself to the American people who still are learning about her. I think that debate will be interesting to see also how Donald Trump reacts to Kamala Harris on stage. He reacted a certain way to Joe Biden, where he went after him, where he tried to paint him as weak. I think what Kamala Harris with Joe Biden is going to, rather what Donald Trump is going to try to do is to, draw her out a little bit on some of the issues that he would rather talk about as opposed to the issues that she would rather talk about. He wants to make it about identity. He wants to make it about culture war. I think Kamala Harris is going to have a lot of work to do to prevent that debate from going into that type of conversation.
All righty, Joel Payne, good to see you here in New York. In case anyone forgets, 64 days to go. The countdown now officially begins post-Labor Day. Joel, good to see you.
Good to see you.